Every 4 years, the entire world stops, the streets empty out, families gather in front of the television, and for 90 minutes, an entire planet holds its breath. 32 nations will give everything they have, but only one will lift the most coveted trophy on Earth, and in the end, the difference between eternal glory and being forgotten will come down to the feet of a handful of men capable of changing everything in a single instant. Some carry the weight of an entire nation on their shoulders. Others are chasing the final chapter of a legend that will never be repeated again. But every one of them, without exception, dreams of the very same thing, to touch immortality. Because at this World Cup, not everyone who steps onto the pitch has a real chance of winning. Most will come, compete, and go home. But there are 5 names, 5 players, capable of making history with a single flash of magic. 3 of them are true giants, gods of the game who have already won almost everything, and who arrive at this tournament hungrier than ever. But 2 of them, 2 are surprises that absolutely no one saw coming. A young Mexican who dreams of finally breaking, once and for all, the curse that has haunted all try for decades, and a young talent from the United States, ready to silence an entire planet that never believed in him. Get ready, because what you are about to see could reveal who will lift the cup this summer. We will count them down from number 5 to number 1. And believe me, the order is going to surprise you. These are the 5 players with a real chance to win it all. But before we reach number 1, you have to meet the man who opens this list. A man whose story is only just beginning. Number 5. Christian Pulisic, United States. For decades, American soccer was treated like the little brother, a nation of giants in every sport in the world, except the only one that truly matters to the rest of the planet. They laughed at them. They ignored them, until he came along. Christian Pulisic dared to cross the ocean as barely a teenager, and to shine where no one believed an American could even survive, in the very heart of European football, going toe-to-toe with the best in the world. They called him Captain America, and the nickname stuck forever, because he took the dream of an entire country onto his shoulders, and refused to let it go, no matter how much that dream weighed. Pulisic does not arrive at this World Cup as a favorite. He arrives as something far more dangerous. He arrives as a man with something to prove, and there is nothing more terrifying in football than a player burning to silence his critics. Now imagine the pressure. A World Cup at home. Millions of fans who doubted their team for years, now chanting his name. An entire country, holding its breath, waiting for him to take them where they have never, ever been. His speed is electric. His dribbling, impossible to read. And when he faces up a defender with the ball glued to his foot, and accelerates, the entire stadium rises to its feet, because everyone knows something is about to happen. But here is the truth few dare to say. If the United States truly wants to dream, they need Pulisic to play the best tournament of his entire life. They need magic, in every match, without rest, without a single bad day. They need the hero who appears just when all seems lost, in the final minute, when no one believes anymore. And the question is brutal: can a single man carry the dream of an entire nation on his back? History says it is almost impossible, but football is forever in love with the impossible. And if there is anyone who can write the greatest fairy tale of this World Cup, his name is Christian Pulisic. And yet, if you think his story already sounds like a movie, wait until you meet number 4, because what this Mexican is about to attempt has never been done in the entire history of his country. Number 4, Quiñones, Mexico. In Mexico, football is not a sport, it is a religion, it is faith, it is identity, it is the wound and the pride that bind an entire country together. And every 4 years, that faith ignites with the same desperate hope as always. 80 million hearts beat to the same rhythm, and every 4 years, they break in the same cruel way, because there is a curse that haunts El Tri, an invisible barrier that no generation, no matter how much talent it had, has ever managed to cross. The fans have already given that nightmare a name. They call it the 5th game, the cursed line that Mexico has never, ever in its modern history, been able to cross. Because Mexico always shows up, always qualifies, always dreams big, but when the moment of truth arrives, when they are just one step from glory, something breaks inside, and the dream collapses once again. And now, on the shoulders of a single man rests the dream of an entire nation, to break that curse forever, and take Mexico where it has never, ever been. Quiñones was not born into luxury. He was forged on dirt pitches, where talent is measured in collisions, and the one who survives is always the one who is hungriest. Every goal he scores for everyone who comes from where he comes from. When he shoots with the fury of an entire nation tired of waiting. The experts underestimate him. They say he is too young, too raw, that he is not ready for a stage this immense. But that is exactly what they said about every legend, right before they became legends. History is not written by the favorites, it is written by the brave ones who dare. And if Quiñones pulls off the impossible, if he finally breaks the curse, Mexico would not just win a match, it would set off an explosion of joy felt in every corner of the continent. But the dreams of the brave sometimes crash head-on into the brute force of the gods, and number 3 on this list is not a man, he is a machine built to destroy. Number 3, Kylian Mbappé, France. There are fast players, and then there is him. Kylian Mbappé does not run, he flies. And when he reaches top speed with the ball under control, he becomes the most terrifying sight in modern football. When he takes off, time seems to stop for everyone on the pitch, except for him. The defenders see him coming, they know exactly what is about to happen, and still, they can do absolutely nothing to stop him. At an age when most are barely beginning to dream, this Frenchman has already touched it all. World champion, scorer in a World Cup final, a resume that is frightening, and one that is only just beginning. But there is something burning inside him, a wound that still has not healed, and that drives him to train every morning before the sun even comes up. Because Mbappé already knows what it feels like to win everything, but he also knows what it feels like to lose the most painful final in history. He was there. He scored 3 goals by himself in that final, and still, he watched the trophy slip through his fingers. That night, something changed inside him forever. That night an obsession was born that will not let him sleep in peace, to reclaim what he believes is his, and nothing in the world is going to stop him this time. France is not a national team, it is an army, talent in every position, speed in every line, and leading them all, showing the way, a predator with the cold blood of a veteran and the hunger of a child. When Mbappé bears down on goal, one-on-one with the keeper, the defenders do not defend, they pray, because they know that any mistake, however small, is going to end in the back of the net. He is, perhaps, the clearest favorite to lift the cup, the perfect machine, the ultimate weapon, the player who has absolutely everything to rule over football for the next decade. And yet, on this list, there are still 2 men above him. 2 legends whose legacy is so immense that not even the best player in the world can surpass it. Number 2 spent his entire life chasing one single trophy, and this could be his last chance. Number 2, Cristiano Ronaldo, Portugal. He has won absolutely everything. Leagues in 3 different countries, the European Championship with his country, records that seemed impossible to reach, shattered one after another, year after year, without mercy. Cristiano Ronaldo is not just a footballer, he is a force of nature, a man who refused to accept the limits of what is human, and who through brutal work and obsession turned himself into a machine built to win. But there is an emptiness, a shadow that haunts even the greatest of them all, and that no statue, no record, and no fortune has ever been able to fill: the World Cup. It is the only trophy that has slipped through his hands, the one mountain he could never conquer, and time, relentless time, for the first time in his entire life, is no longer on his side. That is why this could be his last dance, the final dance of a gladiator who refuses to leave the stage without first claiming his final crown, the one thing missing to complete the perfect story. Look into his eyes before a match and you will not see a tired legend, you will see a man possessed, a man who trains while others sleep, who sacrifices while others enjoy, who believes, even when the entire world has stopped believing in him. His legs are no longer 20 years old, It is true, but his mind is still that of an unbreakable champion, and when the ball drops into the box, and everything is on the line, there is not a single man on earth who wants that goal more than he does. If Portugal lifts the cup with him leading the way, it will be the most epic story ever told in this sport, the dream ending to the career of a man who gave absolutely everything. Because Cristiano does not want to be remembered only as one of the greatest. He wants something bigger. He wants to be remembered as a world champion, as the greatest of all time, beyond any possible debate. But there is a reason why, even he, with all his greatness, is not number one on this list, and that reason has a first and last name. Number 1. Lionel Messi, Argentina. What can you possibly say to a man who already has absolutely everything? For nearly 20 years, a single question chased him, a shadow that not even his 1,000 goals nor his countless trophies could erase. They told him, over and over again, that he was missing the only thing that truly mattered. Until one night, in the desert, under the lights of a stadium that history will never forget, Lionel Messi finally touched eternal glory. He lifted the World Cup, and an entire planet wept with emotion alongside him. That image was burned forever into everyone's memory. The perfect ending, the story no one believed was possible, finally turned into reality. The story, it seemed, was complete forever. So, why come back? Why risk it all over again? Because legends do not retire when they should. They retire when there is nothing left to prove. And Messi, incredibly, found one last reason to return. Immortality. Winning one World Cup makes you a legend, but winning 2 in a row, at this age, when the entire world had already written you off, that takes you to a place where no one, ever, in the entire history of this sport, has been. And never, ever let his calm fool you. Behind that serene gaze lives the fiercest competitor football has ever known. When the ball sticks to his left foot, the entire game slows down around him. He sees passes no one else on the planet can see. He invents space where none exists. And in the decisive moment, when everyone holds their breath, he makes the impossible look ridiculously easy. Argentina does not play only for a trophy. They play to protect the legacy of the man who gave them back their faith, their joy, and the right to dream again. And if there is anyone on this planet who can tip an entire World Cup with a single flash of magic, with one impossible touch, his name, as you already know, is Lionel Messi. 5 men, 5 stories, one single dream that consumes them all alike, day and night. 2 young warriors ready to defy destiny and history itself, an unstoppable machine at the absolute peak of its power, and 2 eternal legends, chasing the perfect ending to their last great story. But in the end, only one of them will lift the cup. Only one will carve his name into eternity, while the other 4 are left wondering, forever, what could have been. And you? Who do you choose? Do you think the experience and hunger of the giants will win out in the end? Or will this, at last, be the World Cup of the great surprises? Leave your prediction in the comments. I really want to read it. And if this video made you feel, even for a moment, the emotion of football like never before, do me one favor. Hit like, share it with that friend who lives and breathes this sport, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss what is coming. Because this is only just beginning, and believe me, you are not going to want to miss what comes next. See you very soon, in the next video.